Do you like streaming content but are tired of all the companies raising their rates almost on a weekly basis? Well, do I have a solution for you? And today we are going to cover the SuperBox S6 Max. We're going to walk you through a basic setup. We're going to explain what this box can do for you, and we may even have a surprise along the way. Sit back, relax, and let the show begin. Well, welcome back to Life Redesigned. If you're stopping by for the first time, you're going to find out very quickly that we are not a tech channel. In fact, we are just two 50-somethings who travel full-time in their RV. But today we are not talking about RVs. We're talking about streaming devices, as I have been for the past few weeks. We'll leave a link to the playlist of all the streaming boxes I've been checking out, because we're trying to find the best in the business, and this is a very strong contender. Again, this is the SuperBox S6 Max, and a couple of things I want to point out. Not being a tech channel, I'm only going to give you a basic overview on the install, and due to YouTube's terms of service, there's only so many things I can say. It's highly recommended, if you do not know what these types of boxes are, that you do research and find out for yourselves. And you'll probably be like me and everybody else in the comment section that's going to be very excited about what these boxes do. Now, without further ado, we're going to open this up. We're going to give you a basic unboxing here, because again, we're not that type of channel. But we're going to open this up. First, I got to say, the box on this, very well done. They've done a solid job of just having something that's going to arrive safe, the way it's been packaged and everything. Again, the SuperBox here, this is an all metal or aluminum casing. I love the blue on this. Normally, I'm not one that likes the colors because it will take away from your home theater experience, but the blue on this is nicely done, and it also separates it from other boxes that we have in the system, so I know what I'm looking at. We're going to put specs on screen as well as we go through here, but just really briefly running down off the side, you have a micro SD card slot along with two USB ports. On the back, you have your Wi-Fi antennas, which 2.4 gigahertz as well as 5G. We also have your power input. We have an IR receiver port, which is something I don't see too often, an AV input, an HDMI output, your Ethernet hookup, as well as a optical connection. All in all, very good. There's some heft to this box, unlike a lot of boxes I've looked at. This isn't going to slide around in your setup. Very well, strong feeling box on that. Inside, the rest you just pull off the top, and you're met with a user manual, which is not going to have a whole lot of stuff, just basic stuff about inputs and what happens if you have no visual. And usually it comes down to the HDMI cable, which they did provide. Probably not the highest quality HDMI cable, but it will get the job done until you can get something better in your system. You have your power plug as well as a remote that does not come with batteries. I know it's one of my points of contention as well, but the remote itself is pretty solid. This is a voice remote. It's got a little bit of a heft to it, which is nice. It has your hotkeys across the top, your red, yellow, green, and blue. It has a number pad here, as well as a mouse function, which you'll actually need more than you realize as you dive into the box and you really tweak it to your liking. Overall, very well done. Let's get this set up, hooked up to the television, and then we're going to walk you through a basic install, show you how to set up a couple of the apps. And full disclaimer, again, due to those terms of service on YouTube, there's a lot of things I can't show you and I can't discuss, so you have to kind of read between the lines. Before we begin, I want to point out a couple of things. One, I'm not sponsored by SuperBox. They are not paying me to make this video. I am just like you, looking for the best in streaming, stumbled upon these boxes and having a blast reviewing them. I did, however, reach out to SuperBox themselves and say, hey, I'm looking to review this product. Are you willing to give our viewers a discount? And they said, absolutely, Life Redesigned, for sitting through our video. And if you decide to purchase, I'll leave a link in the video description. You can save $50 off this box. So I want to thank them for fully supporting what we're doing on this channel. All right, and as you can see, no fancy technology here. We're just going to point and shoot. This is the SuperBox logo, the boot screen here. Starting up usually takes about 30 seconds to get everything up and running. And it brings you right off the bat, brings you right into the home screen. And you're going to have to do a couple of things to get this set up. The first thing you want to do is go down into settings, which is down in the lower left-hand corner, and hit that. And it's going to have your basic Android setup. This is running Android 12. And from here, the first thing you're going to want to do is set up your network for Wi-Fi if you're using that, or if you are using a wired connection, you could probably skip this part, but you can put in your username, password, and you'll be able to get all set up there. After you've got that set up, you're going to want to come over here to the App Store, and you're going to want to click on this right here where it says App Store, and you're going to get a disclaimer, and it's going to do a 10-second countdown to make sure you read it. You hit OK. And this is where it's going to load all the channels that are available for download. And the first one you're going to want to do is Blue TV. This is going to have all your live TV shows. And download here. It shouldn't take too long. Again, it's going to be dependent on your internet speed. And then once you have a green check, you know you're good to go. We're also going to go ahead and preemptively download Blue Video on Demand and do the same thing. And once that turns green, you know you're good to go. And there's a whole bunch of other apps, and this is basically the way you're going to get through all of them. Sky TV, Prime Worldwide, Prime TV, Fire TV, your standard stuff, Netflix, YouTube, Disney Plus, all the other apps will all be here available for download, which is pretty cool to have it all in one spot. But we're going to go back, and we're going to just do the basic setup. We're going to go back to Live TV, and we're going to set up what we want here, which is going to be Blue TV, and we're going to add that. So what's cool about that is every time that you go back and you come in now, your apps are sorted. So you can add whatever apps you want into this directory for Live TV. So we'll go in here, we're going to hit Blue TV, and it's going to load, and you're going to do your channels. Now, I can't show you due to copyright here on YouTube, but this would be the same setup. You kind of get the idea here. And then for video on demand, we're just going to go in, we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to set up Blue Video on Demand, and that will now be there every time that we click this. You'll have that all there. So other than that, you have the same setup you can do for playback if you want to do a certain app for maybe your home collection that you want to run on a thumb drive or something of that nature. And then you have this row down here, which is going to be all additional things that you can add. Say you want to add fast, if you had downloaded that, an internet connection checker or something like that, or say you just want to add calculator, and you could do that the same way. So now every time that you go to your home screen, calculator will be there, and you can just calculate away. Really handy to have everything convenient. I really like the overall organization of things on this box, as opposed to having just 80 apps on the home screen. It's really nice to have that set up. Going down here, you're going to have a file manager. So if you have stuff that's connected via a SD card or something of that nature, so you file manager, you can go through and you can check out videos and pictures and music of that stuff there. This here is going to be your system memory, kind of just clearing out the cache and stuff like that. So you'll see that I freed up 120 megabytes. This here is a launcher for fast.com. There's better ones out there, but this will show you what your internet connection is and stuff of that nature. Go back to the home screen, and then there's a trash. If you want to uninstall apps, You'll see how you do that there. This is if you want to use the voice function on a remote. Keyboard shortcuts, your hotkeys on that one. And then here is your customer service options as well. All in all, very well thought out. I love, again, the organization of this. It seems to work very well. Response time on everything, as you can see, is very snappy. So there's no delays. Everything's pretty good. You have your weather and stuff of that nature as well. Overall, a very solid layout here, and very pleased with the organization. Something worth pointing out here, folks, is that it does support up to 6K Ultra HD TV, as well as having over-the-air updates. Major thing with this is you've been through some of these boxes that you have to get your updates from a computer and then shuffle it over to your entertainment center. This will do it all within the box. All right, now before I close this video out, a couple things I do want to point out. One, make sure you are buying from a reputable source. I know you can buy these boxes all over the internet, but it really comes down to buying direct from SuperBox themselves. And that is something, especially when you're dealing with this type of transaction, you want to make sure you're getting from a legitimate source. And us reaching out to them and them offering that $50 coupon code out to you to make sure that you are buying it from a direct source is probably a good thing for everybody involved. Now, secondly, I did notice on this box, after playing with this around for the last 2 weeks, that red light button in the front that tells you that it's on is bright. And I have not found a way in any of the settings to turn that down. If you know, and you're just watching this for just fun and games, let me know in the comment section below how to turn that down, because, well, it'd be perfect experience otherwise. Everything here, I love the organization on this. The file structure is amazing. Everything was very quick, very snappy in all of our testing, all of our videos. Hopefully this video helped you making your decision if the SuperBox S6 Max is going to be a perfect fit for your streaming lifestyle. Until next time, I am Bob, and this is Life Redesigned with the SuperBox S6 Max.